Hi there, my name is Jonathan and I want to welcome you to a virtual tour here of the Carolina Barn. We're located about an hour away from Raleigh, North Carolina, and I work here with the team that we have here on site. I'm so excited to take you for this tour. We're actually going to be heading up to the bridal suite last, so I want you to stay for the remainder of this virtual tour. We're going to take a look at all of the spaces, and this is a really special venue. You're going to love it, and it's really exciting to see what we have to offer. So come on in and let's get started. Now we're here in our main foyer. We're actually going to head upstairs to the groom suite first, but we have the main event space behind me, and then also in this foyer we have bathrooms, and it's located very conveniently to the parking area. So as soon as your guests park, they can come right in here, use the restroom if they need. Now we do have outdoor and indoor ceremony options, and we're going to go through all of that in just a second, but there's a number of different options here on site. Now we would love to offer you a in-person tour here with one of our team, and so if you're interested in that, of course, get that scheduled. We'd love to meet you in person and welcome you here on property and just discuss your event a little bit more. But for now, let's rock on this virtual tour and we'll go from there. All right, here we have our groom suite. There's a little bit of deck kind of overlooking the entire venue up here, which is super neat. But here we have the groom suite. Awesome getting ready area for your wedding party. We've got a full length mirror on this side, which is one of my favorite parts of the getting ready space, just to make sure that all the details are correct. Hardware to hang suits. We also have a hospitality area over here, a little wet bar, mini fridge, sink, and then of course the bathroom over here on this side. Now we're gonna head downstairs and see the main reception space. So we just passed men's and women's restrooms on either side of me. We are walking into the Grand Pine Room right now. Now, one thing I wanted to mention, we also have the Magnolia Room, and the Magnolia Room is right behind me. We do have these two big doors on either side, and they can actually close to separate the two different spaces. Typically, we use them together with one another, but they are separate spaces, so that's why they're delineated on the website. But right now, you see it fully open, and you can utilize both spaces. You can also use the Magnolia Room as an indoor ceremony space, and then have this Grand Pine Room as the reception space if you'd like. Let's go ahead and head over to the Magnolia Room right now. Now this space here is a very large space, very rough numbers. We're looking at about 85 feet by 70 feet, and there is plenty of room here for all of your guests. We can handle larger guest counts. Everything you're gonna see online is for up to 200 guests, everything in terms of pricing and details and things like that, but we can comfortably accommodate 300 and even more than that. So if you do have a larger guest counts past 200, we would absolutely love to still work with you and talk about how we can make that event come to life here, but tons of room. It's a very large venue. We also have it so that you can obviously close off portions of the venue and make it feel smaller and more intimate for those smaller guest counts. So a lot of options here at the Carolina Barn. Let's go ahead and go outside. We are walking past our bars. Now these bars were custom made on property. They are fantastic, really good, easy to work out of for your bar, and they can actually move as well. So they don't have to stay here. We can move them out to different parts of the venue depending on what you're looking for in terms of the style and the layout of your venue. We are here now on the veranda. So this is our outdoor space. We don't have market lighting set up right now, but you can have market lighting brought in and installed here. You can also use tents out here. There's a number of different ways to use the space. Folks have used it in the past for cocktail hour. They've used it for ceremony. So it's a really flexible space out here. Absolutely gorgeous. You've got the pasture views, you've got the wood views, you've got forests on both sides of us, and then obviously the rolling pastures with the cows that'll be in the shot every now and then. It's a stunning property, beautiful views, like I said, small lake over here. One of the things that I wanted to mention just about guest count and bar and all of that, we do have a wonderful vendor list, and we have a really cool vendor policy. You know, if you have someone that you'd like to work with and they're not on our list, we just ask that you come and, you know, before you book here with us, if you know you want to use that vendor, that you work with one of our team and just touch base to see if they could be added to the approved list. So there is an approval process as part of that. Very straightforward, it's a simple process, but we just want to talk with them just to make sure that they're gonna do a great job serving you for your wedding day. And we also have a preferred list, and these are vendors that have worked here at the Carolina Barn who know exactly how to provide the best experience possible. And so we're happy to recommend anyone from catering, DJs, event production, all of those different vendors that you're gonna need for your event. Now, we don't just do weddings here, of course. We do corporate events, we do social events. And so regardless of what you're looking for, whether it is a wedding or if it's something else, we would love to talk to you about making that event come to life. Now, on both sides, and we kind of will take a look really quick over here, on both sides of the venue on the outdoor area, there are these covered patios as well, and they have doors leading to the Magnolia Room. So we've got fans out here in case it's a little bit hot. This is a beautiful day here today, so we don't have the fans on, but we can also put fire pits out here. We can put heat lamps and things like that. Any rentals, anything that you're gonna be bringing in, you're just gonna work with our on-site team here, our venue manager, just to make sure that everything is going to be set up in the appropriate way and really serve your guests. One quick thing about parking and then our ceremony space over here. So if you're doing a wedding and you wanted to do a ceremony out here, this is one of our most popular spaces to do it. You'll see a lot of pictures online on our Instagram. If you're not following our Instagram, I highly recommend you go check out our Instagram. We also have a great TikTok account, and this will basically showcase the venue in action and showcase some of the events that we've had here in the past. But this, with this as the backdrop, is a very popular ceremony location. The other way, and I'll have you come around and look on this side, is the wood view. So again, you'll see pictures and video of weddings set up both facing this direction as well as facing this direction. The cool thing about this spot here is it's extremely close to the venue, close to bathrooms, and it's also close to the parking area. So your guests can park right there. They can leave their cars and walk right over, and it's a very short walk, especially if you have anyone with ADA needs, older guests, things like that. It's a very convenient thing. So really excited about that. Let's go ahead. We are almost to the end of the tour now. I wanted to, kind of like I said in the beginning, I'd love to invite you for a physical tour here out on the property. We've got a wonderful team who are here. They'd love to talk with you and kind of hear more about your details. A big thing for us is just understanding, like, what are you looking for? What do you want your event to feel like? And how can we make that happen here at the Carolina Barn? So we'd love to just hear a little bit more about that. We'll ask you some questions and see if we're a good fit, and we'd love to get that set up for you. So go ahead and reach out and we'll get you set up for a tour. Last stop we're gonna quickly make before we head up to the bridal suite is the catering kitchen. And we've got a wonderful prep area for caterers and other vendors. It has access directly to the outside, so vendors can actually pull up. In fact, we've got a truck out there right now. They can pull up their trucks, unload and everything, but this space is incredible. You've got an ice machine here on site. You've got prep tables, trash cans, all the kind of behind the scenes stuff that won't necessarily, obviously make it into any of the pictures or videos for your wedding day, but really make a huge difference when it comes to the service and the guest experience that everyone has here on site. So there's a dedicated staff bathroom as well, which is really neat. The owners of this property did such a good job being really intentional about the space, making it a great place for vendors, and obviously really comfortable for your event as well. So really wonderful, and the attention to detail is evident all over. All right, last stop on the list is gonna be the bridal suite, and we'll do that here in just a second. This is our bridal suite. It has lights and mirrors everywhere and a really wonderful place to get ready. This is my favorite feature about the whole room. We've got this big wraparound mirror. We've got dress hooks. We've got electrical outlets everywhere. You can plug in as many hair dryers and curling irons and anything that you could possibly want, and you'll be able to have a great time getting ready here. Now we also have this seating area over here, as well as a wet bar and a little hospitality area here as well. Now, of course, we have a restroom here for the ladies as well, so that's right around the corner. And then this is a pretty neat thing right here. This is actually a door that leads to the outside of the venue, and it overlooks one of our other event spaces as well. So if you didn't want to use that other side that we showed you, there's this lawn down here that you can use as well for another ceremony space. Super close with this outdoor access. And this is a way to get into the bridal suite without going through the venue, basically, which is neat to be able to have a little, other additional entrance point. All right, so that's it today for the tour of the Carolina Barn. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a really special venue. The owners spent a lot of time, effort, and energy just making sure that it was a really special place for you and your loved ones, for weddings, and of course for events, social, corporate, all that good stuff. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to hear more about your event, like I was saying, and just kind of see how we could fit in with the plans and the vision that you have for your event. So go ahead, fill out the form. If you haven't, to get in touch with one of our team, we'll reach out. We'll schedule you for an on-site tour, and we'd love to show you around in person, meet you, hear about your event, and we'll see you when you come on site. Thank you so much.